What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, how are you doing? What's up? My name is Jillian, and welcome to another caffeinated adventure. Heffas, we are making our way over to Sunset Walk, located over in Margaritaville. We are going to try this cafe called Laboom. Now, Laboom is a local chain, and it's going to be really interesting to see if this restaurant cafe is actually going to be delicious or if it's going to be another tourist spot. I was really captivated by their menu, Heffas, because they have a mix of some, classic French favorites. They also have, though, a lot of Turkish and Mediterranean dishes as well. So I'm looking forward to getting all up in that. We're going to get our eat on, and we're going to do all of this while trying to stay warm. It is frigid. Heffas, this is probably the coldest day in Orlando, period. I will say going into 2026, it has been quite a chilly one, which for me, listen, I have a lot of my winter gear from when I lived in the Pacific Northwest. So I have my jacket, go Huskies. I have my scarf here. So y'all, this is why I look crazily bundled up. And when I'm talking about cold, I'm not talking about like being a weak little Floridian and complaining when it's in the 60s or in the 50s. Y'all, it's in the 30s right now. This is unseasonably cold for Florida, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get our Java on, get warmed up at Laboom. So let's go ahead and get this journey started.
Let's go.
Heffas, I am laughing at myself because I cannot believe I was able to drag myself out of bed in this cold A weather to come out here. First world problems. I was telling my co-producer, aka husband, I was just like, oh my God, it's so nice and warm in this bed. I don't want to come out here. But alas, we have content we need to film. So he was like, get your A up. Y'all, he wasn't that forceful with me. He's like looking over here at me and like, let's get in here. But here is the backside of Laboom, and you'll see that there is, for right now, y'all, only because it is in the morning. It's quite frigid out here. A lot of parking here at Margaritaville, but you've been warned if you come out here on the weekends, y'all, the parking is crazy on the weekends. But fortunately, we got a close spot, and we're gonna go ahead and make our way into Laboom. Hi. Friends, so when you walk in, you can go ahead and order right at the counter. Hi, how are you?
Are you?
Good. Trying to stay warm. But you can come up, you can take a look at the items that you want. Right up here at the top, you'll see the menus. They also have their menu featured online as well. And you can order at the counter. They also have a touch screen over here. So I'm going to take a look, see what I want to get, make sure I am locked into my food options, and touch base with you shortly. Now, I've just put in my food order. I'm going to give you a quick peek of what the restaurant looks like before I am seated at my table. So again, this is perfect timing because it's not super busy right now. It just feels so airy and light in here. And for me, this is refreshing because Margaritaville is just such an insanely busy tourist area that I'm like, oh, it's so nice to have a little bit of calm, right? So we're going to get into the baked goods, don't you worry. But there is a little bit of seating, but you can imagine that on a busy day, this could be very packed. But like I said, you come in, you put your order in, and you just find a seat. They also have some tables outside. Now, let's take a look at some of the baked goods. And because they are known for their macarons, their French macarons more specifically, I am planning on trying that out, Heffas, but I'm like, let's just see how the breakfast goes first. But check out their baked goods. I will say these are looking fresh. These are looking really good. The cookies, I think, look okay. I'm actually more intrigued by the croissant and the danishes that they have. But there's quite a bit of variety, right? So a little something for everyone. So if you don't like those traditional French pastries, it's nice to know that you can get into something else. They have some drinks right here. And then, y'all, this is what I'm looking forward to trying are these French macaroons. And you can buy these individually or you can buy these as a part of a set. You see there are boxes right here. So you have a lot of options. To my order, Heffas, let me go ahead and tell you what I got while we're waiting for our order to come out. So I went ahead and sprung for the hot plate. The hot plate has, you can choose sunny side or scrambled eggs. So I'm looking forward to getting my egg on. Sauteed mushroom, potato, and this is where it gets a little unique. A Turkish beef sausage, mixed greens, and house bread. So I've never had a Turkish beef sausage, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. And I was telling you what my co-producer ordered right as the food was coming out, and y'all, my mouth is watering. So I'm like, I'll tell you what he ordered while also showing you his plate. And then we're going to save the best for last because my plate looks absolutely bomb. Let's go ahead. I'm so excited to try this out. But he ended up getting the turkey bacon, egg sandwich. Y'all, I was hesitating because I'm like, was it turkey bacon? This is turkey bacon, right? Turkey and bacon.
Oh, I guess it's turkey bacon.
And that's what I was thinking.
I thought it was turkey and bacon.
But y'all, look how good his turkey bacon sandwich looks. And y'all, I was hesitating because I'm like, is it turkey and with bacon or turkey bacon? But this looks so delicious. And you can choose whether you want potatoes or a salad. He went with the potatoes. But baby, look at the seasoning on that. Come on now, Laboom. Give me some seasoning on my potatoes. And then y'all, my hot plate looks like a bougie adjacent hot plate. It is giving me the LA Cali vibes that I need in my life right now, considering how cold it is outside. Y'all, check out this plate. Come on, baby. Come on, Laboom. You have those sauteed mushrooms here. You have the seasoned potatoes. You have that all beef Turkish sausage, the house bread, sunny side up eggs. Y'all, this just looks delicious. And you know, like I try my best not to over exaggerate on things, but just from the looks of it, I am excited because to me, when something looks a hot mess, that can affect your level of anticipation for it. But I'm like, okay, I hope that this tastes as good as it looks. And baby, I got my Turkish coffee. And y'all, I'll try to, if I can remember when I go back in and I'm putting together the footage from this experience, if I can remember, I will show you all what a Turkish coffee pot looks like at the top. But Turkish coffee is typically served on the smaller side. It is a dark coffee. Basically, it's not for the faint of heart. But the reason why I love Turkish coffee is because you can taste the spices. It is just like that kick, that good kick that you need. Not like overly bitter, not gross. Typically, it does not have cream. It's served black, but it's the reason why it's called Turkish coffee is because it's this particular coffee that is made in a Turkish coffee pot. So if I can remember, I will try to post a picture so that way you all know what that looks like. But Heffas, let's go ahead and start out with our Java. Cheers. Thank you for joining me on this caffeinated adventure to Laboom. Y'all, I just love it. Like Turkish coffee to me is so inviting because again, you get those spices. You can also tell them at Laboom how you want the sweetness, right? Do you want full sugar? Do you want less sugar? Or do you want no sugar? And a lot of Turkish coffees that I've had served at other places, typically I get sugar on the side. That's how it's served to me. So I appreciated them asking because this is the perfect level of sweetness. So that way you don't feel like it's, for those of you all who may want to try a little bit of Turkish coffee, I definitely suggest getting a little bit of sugar so that way it doesn't feel quite as bitter. But on a day like this, you want that Turkish coffee. It really just feels like a warm hug. Now let's go ahead and get into the bites. All right, Heffas, let's try all the individual components first. Starting with the potatoes. Look at her. She is, like I said, well seasoned. You don't need to add anything to that. There's like a part of me that wants like a little bit of ketchup just because I'm so used to, you know, dipping my potatoes in ketchup. But y'all, this is fantastic. Okay, let's get into these sauteed mushrooms. Now, my co-producer is a big mushroom person. I like mushrooms, but, you know, I can take it or leave it depending on the plate. Wow. Okay. He just went ahead and decided to take some of my mushrooms without even asking. How rude. Y'all, solid. This is solid. And here's our mushroom right here. She's glistening. She's seasoned. This is not a boring mushroom. This mushroom was like ready to go, coming into the party, ready to have a good time with the potatoes. Now, the thing that I am most curious about is the Turkish sausage. And the texture looks so interesting, y'all. Look at that. Again, all beef, which for me is what I prefer. Let's try it out. Okay, that is a juicy sausage. It kind of reminds me of, you know, not that I go to a lot of like Moroccan restaurants or anything like that, but it reminds me of like a Moroccan meatball. The seasonings, like I feel like you could taste a bit of paprika, like those kind of like Mediterranean flavors. That is different in a very good way. I am not mad at this. This is so good. It's just a very different breakfast, and I'm so happy to have this experience. So for those of you all that love like a traditional sausage, this is not it. This is not a traditional sausage. It's even like the way it's cooked. Like again, take a look at it. It's not dry. It's moist. It's cooked very well. It doesn't have the snap. So if you're looking for like that traditional kind of like all-American breakfast with that sausage that snaps, this is not it. But this is not supposed to be it either. This is Turkish beef sausage, and you can just taste the difference in the seasonings. No, that's good. I'm gonna take a bite of my egg here too. Now, drop down in the comments, how do you normally like to take your eggs? So I typically, it's rare that I do sunny side up. This is the first time I've had a sunny side up egg in a long time. Typically, I actually have my eggs over medium. But again, as I was describing with this plate, you can pick either sunny side up or scrambled. If you're like, no, please cook the yolk all the way. I love a runny yolk. And y'all, here's my egg. I know some of you all are probably like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. I love a runnier yolk. Now, if anything, I think of everything on the plate, the egg definitely needs a bit more salt and pepper, so season that to your liking. But it's cooked perfectly in terms of a sunny side up. I have the runniness, and let me just show you all the yolk really quick. Again, I have like the runniness, you see that with the yolk. So like the egg is cooked as intended. This is all like preference, but definitely salt and pepper on that. But everything else, y'all, you're good. You don't need to add like anything. So I'm gonna continue to enjoy my hot plate. All right, Heffas, so my co-producer, like he was stealing my mushrooms, so I decided I was gonna steal his whole sandwich. That's what you get for touching my plate. But to be fair, y'all, he is helping to film this for me, so let me not talk too much smack. But y'all, check out, and I took a bite here of the sandwich, and I'll tell you, this turkey bacon sandwich is, again, it's so different. The bread is fluffy. I'm gonna take another bite because we gotta do it for the gram. If you love a fluffy avocado egg sandwich, if that's typically your thing, if you're an avocado toast person, but you don't mind your bread being less toast and more just fluffy goodness, you would not be disappointed. This is something that's so different. I've actually not had a sandwich, and again, check out those layers. Yeah, so far, like, everything's been really solid here. I'm not disappointed at all, especially not in this sandwich. So I hope you know I'm going to take your sandwich. Wow. That's what he thinks. He thinks no. But we see I got this sandwich over here on this plate, Heffas. So I'm going to check back in with you all in just a little bit and finish this up. And as I am working through my meal, Heffas, the staff here at Laboom, so kind, brought myself and my co-producer over some Turkish tea. So check this out. Yo, this looks so good. Look at the dish. Like, again, I am all about a nice visual here. This just looks so pretty. But let's go ahead and try this tea out, especially while it is still piping hot. So cheers. And y'all, I had to bring you to me because I did not want to spill this hot tea, but let's give it a shot. Y'all, that's really nice. It is definitely on the black tea side of things, but it's brewed perfectly. It doesn't have that bitter taste because that's what happens when you overbrew black tea. But it's so nice and well balanced and light, has good flavor. It isn't sweet, but again, I am a big, it's Java and Journeys, baby. I'm a big coffee and tea drinker, so I don't have to have a lot of sugar in the coffees and the teas that I consume. This is delicious. And again, this is so perfect for a frigid day. Y'all, this is the best. Like, I have never thought I could have an experience like this in Margaritaville. And I realize it's because there's like no people, great food, experiencing some, a different culture here in Orlando, Florida. And again, here in Margaritaville of all places. So I'm going to continue to sip on my tea, enjoy my breakfast, and we're going to check out some of those French macaroons. Friends, we have finished our meal and we're going to go ahead and get our macaroons to go. And so what I end up ordering was the strawberry macaroon, the finest chocolate macaroon, and then up here going to the top, the creme brulee and the banana cookies. Just to try a few different flavors of macaroon that I've never had. So because we are getting a little bit on the full side, and y'all, my Java journey is going to continue because I'm about to try out another coffee shop. It's like we're going to go ahead and pace ourselves and just enjoy these from the comforts of home. And again, shout out to the staff at Laboom for also hooking us up with some Turkish tea to go, because this tea, y'all, my co-producer, he actually phrased it best. He was like, this is very much head clearing. And I'm like, absolutely. It's just so well balanced for a black tea, not oversteeped, not bitter. Y'all, I cannot stand when I order black tea and it is just so bitter to where you need some sugar or you need just some extra water to get rid of that bitterness taste. That is not the case here at all. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up and I'll tell you my thoughts as we exit out. Oh my gosh, y'all. So my co-producer was saying as he was talking with the staff that they hooked us up with the cookie too. So that was so sweet. So thank you so much again to the staff at Laboom. And y'all, this is like my first time visiting Laboom. As I was saying, it is cold out here. Oh, thank you. This tea is going to keep me warm. But y'all, I am actually loving the changes because it just feels so bright. It's so airy. And especially for those of you all who are coming into Orlando and maybe you're trying to figure out like what are some good spots. And with this being located in Margaritaville, I absolutely would recommend coming over to Laboom. The food was just so different. And y'all, let me get into the car because I'm not built for this type of cold. So 2 seconds. What I appreciate most about it is that it's just so different because again, if you look at the menu online, they of course have what I pretty much consider Mediterranean Turkish delights with a little bit of a French twist. And so I appreciate being able to have different breakfast experiences, and especially when it's the simple things. If you can do the simple things right, that makes me feel like I have more faith to try and experiment with some of your other foods. So that hot plate, baby, that was so good. And again, I've never had Turkish beef sausage. And so to be able to try a different flavor like that, I'm like, yeah, this was really good. And especially now more than ever, leaning into other cultures, just experimenting, y'all, with different types of foods, different types of drinks. Like, there is totally a place for that, because to me, that is what I feel, let me get on my soapbox for 2.2 seconds. But the things that as an American, someone who lives in the US, I feel like that is truly what makes the US so special, is that we have so many different people with cultures who come in and they infuse their different flavors in their food and in their coffees and other types of beverages and experiences. And for as much trash talking sometimes as I do around like living in Florida, and again, I don't love living here, but what I do appreciate, because there are so many tourists and different types of people that come in and out of Central Florida, you really get the opportunity to try different restaurants. You have so many different types of cultures represented here in Orlando. And again, if you are someone that is very much against, we all maybe have our different political beliefs, but I am someone where I'm like, at the end of the day, people are people, and you have to recognize that if you can't be a little bit more open-minded and accepting, and if you just want to stay in your own kind of bubble and you want life to be a very certain way because that is what makes you comfortable, baby, then you just deserve bland chicken for the rest of your days. You deserve bland mayonnaise sandwiches for the rest of your days. That is just my opinion. I'm like, if you can't be open-minded and embrace other cultures and be open and accepting, then that is what you deserve. You don't deserve places like Laboom where you can try different foods. You certainly don't get a chance to benefit off of the cultures and the hard work that people who come from other countries, and they actually make our country so much better than what it is. Even my people, as I am self-identifying as a Black woman, who have come in to really build this country up culturally, physically, and influence it in so many different ways. And so with things being so contentious, I just want to be very open and forthright that I feel like it's a shame where we're at right now. But what always makes me feel better and put things into perspective, sometimes it's just the little things, and it's having experiences like at Laboom where it's like the staff was very warm and friendly, the food was really good, it was different, the flavors were different, being able to have like a Turkish coffee, because like I said, a lot of places don't serve Turkish coffee. There are a few spots, but they're few and far between. So having access to that was just great. So I thank the staff for their hospitality. The food was good. I do recommend it. You all know how I like to rank things out of Heffas. So if I could rank now the food alone, because I have not tried the French macaroons yet, I would say for me, the food is a solid 4 out of 5 Heffas. Like, that's my perspective. It's different. It's unique. It's a vibe. So check out the menu. Open yourself up to something different, new, and unique. And also, I will say, because Margaritaville is full of different tourist traps, again, not having tried other things on the menu, that is a spot that I would actually lean into and recommend, because there are a lot of really bad restaurants here, like bad. Like, I would not spend my coin here whatsoever. This is a spot where I think like it's just casual, it's fun, it's bright, it's airy. So I would recommend it, especially if you find yourself driving through or staying around Margaritaville. Come over to Sunset Boulevard, get yourself a Turkish coffee from Laboom, get yourself a hot plate, or try one of their other mini dishes that they have. I'm looking forward to coming back in the future and trying something else. With that being said, Heffas, stay warm out there, especially if you are living in certain parts of the Southeast, the Northeast, the, I was about to say the Middle East, if you live in the middle part of the U.S., and then of course in the Pacific Northwest. Stay safe out there and stay well caffeinated. I'll catch you on the next adventure. Bye.